Hey travelers, Mag and Florida Crafters here on our final adventure here on the island of Kauai. We are down to 2 moku left to complete the moku challenge here on the island. And we are starting with what is definitely the most difficult of the moku to reach. The Napali coast is rather inaccessible by vehicle. You pretty much have to hike this entire thing. What we have done is we've snuck in along the west side of the island to the very southern tip of the Napali coast to make a find where the beach ends, which is just along the border of the end of this Mana Moku into Napali Moku. From here, we have to make our way back out, and it is a rough road. It is miles of 4x4 driving, which we are barely hanging in there, and we have a few finds along the way we're going to work with as well. But we're basically starting at the end, at our final target, and working our way back out from here. We have a few hours left where we're going to try and hit the Grand Canyon of Kauai and finish up our adventure here on the island. So let's get out there and see what the last adventure has in store. Come on, let's go.
This lonely section of coast along the western edge of the island, our access point into the Napali Moku, can only be accessed from within Polihale State Park. Most visitors to the island of Kauai will never make it out this far, because the Kuhio Highway ends at the entrance to this park, and the road leading in from there is a bit too hazardous for most folks to want to traverse. And of those few brave souls who are willing to take the road less traveled, none will go further on foot than FlCrafters and I are traveling today. Shortly beyond where the beach ends, foot travel also stops being an option. The only way to proceed any further north from here is by boat or helicopter.
I'm not a really big fan of using earth caches for qualifiers on challenges. I always prefer a traditional unless there's absolutely no other option. 500 feet beyond where the beach ends, which really the beach does end, it's all rock from here, we have to come search out an olivine stone. Fortunately, there are a ton of examples of these here on the beach. And if you can't see the olivine from this distance, we'll get a little closer. All those little green speckles that you see on there, those are all pieces of olivine embedded into the surface of this rock right here. And there are tons of rocks just like this all along the beach with olivine scattered in them. So all we have to do is evaluate the rock, make some assessments, and learn a little bit about why the olivine is embedded into these rocks in the first place.
With our mission out to Napali Moku successfully accomplished, we egress our way back through Polihale State Park into Mana Moku. The landscape here on the extreme western side of the island is quite unlike the rest of Kauai. More reminiscent of a desert than a tropical island, rarely receiving the rain, allowing the heat to bake directly into the air. We were quite nervous making the journey in the first time around on this hazardous road, but having already successfully done it once, we summoned up enough courage to make it back out again, knowing the terrain ahead of us. For the most part, with a few notable exceptions, I managed to keep my mouth shut and allow Florida Crafters to do her thing.
This road is really putting Florida Crafters' driving skills to the challenge. It is meant for 4x4 vehicles, though doable with an all-wheel drive vehicle. It just means that you're going to have to navigate the road like you would a river, watching for the hazards, accepting all the bumps in the wake along the way, and clenching your teeth at the appropriate places. But we made it all the way in here just fine, so we're going to make it all the way out of here just fine.
The major factor that was on our side, allowing this expedition to be completed successfully, is that this road was completely dry. Granted, that is a statistical probability out here, given how little rain this side of the island sees, but even a little bit of water would likely wash it out to the point where we would no longer be able to traverse it. When we finally managed to make it out to the paved road at the park's entrance, we both breathed a collective sigh of relief.
Success! We managed to make it out of the state park. Very, very slowly and carefully, but we did it. And welcoming us out back at the entrance, or the exit depending on your view, is another official find for us. Onward to the Grand Canyon of Kauai.
As seems to so often be the case though, we can't make it to our destination without first making a couple of detours along the way. The first of those detours is the 35-acre Kawaiele Waterbird Sanctuary. Beside the geocache, there is one thing in particular to see here, and that's waterbirds of all types that love to come to the island of Kauai. Then it's off to the Kaua'i Veterans Cemetery, which, for 2 Marines traveling together, is a spot we simply can't pass up on. This cemetery first began operations only a few decades ago on July 31st of 1991, with the first casket burial taking place the next day on August 1st. It currently offers services to nearly 6,000 veterans and their eligible family members. The cemetery focuses on the duty, honor, and country theme of military service, with significant expansions occurring over the years, including crypts, columbarium niches, and a new memorial wall. It is intended to symbolize the essence of those who have given their lives for their country, leaving Florida Crafters and I feeling humbled, walking through the rows of heroes to the left and right of us. All services are represented here, including the Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. One of the most recent expansions occurred in 2022, adding a memorial wall with plaques for military intelligence and the 100th Infantry who served at Pearl Harbor. As President Lincoln stated in the Gettysburg Address of 1863, "From these honored dead we take increased devotion to the cause for which they here gave that last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain." With our detours complete, we get back onto track, heading into Waimea and then branching off onto Waimea Canyon Drive. This road is well known for its winding approach up the mountainside, providing spectacular vistas all along the way and multiple places to pull off and enjoy the view before you roll your way directly into Waimea Canyon State Park. It draws its unofficial name from none other than Mark Twain, who dubbed it the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. And he certainly wasn't wrong either, with Waimea Canyon being the single largest canyon anywhere in the Pacific.
And now I'm sure we did not find the oldest geocache on the island on our previous adventure, because this one right here, this one was hidden in November of 2001. So I think we're wrapping this thing up with what is potentially the oldest on the island. I'm going to verify that later, but we'll call it now. This is a win.
Carved thousands of years ago by rivers and floods that flowed from Mount Waialea's summit, the canyon is home to the Waimea River, which continues to carve it deeper day by day. Waimea Canyon draws its official name from the red hue of the water flowing through the river down at the bottom. And given the landscape around us, it comes as no surprise where that red hue comes from, with the water eroding and carrying away the sediments all around. This impressive geological feature stretches on for 10 miles, with a 1 mile width and more than a 3,500 foot depth. And while it is well named as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, it falls far short of its bigger brother, which stretches for 277 miles, more than twice the distance between here and the island of Oahu.
Look at that. Score another one for the team. Ooh, keep it clean is right. And you gotta love the little poppets too. These are so much fun.
As we look out across the 1 mile length of Waimea Canyon, having signed our final logbook, we realize we may have had a short journey here on the island of Kauai, but we have gotten to see quite a bit in our time. As the oldest and northernmost of the main Hawaiian islands, there are more than 100 miles of coastline to be explored here, and FlCrafters and I feel like we explored just about as much of that as we possibly could. And yet, despite how many things we have seen, and how much we were able to share with you, this island still has many secrets in store for the intrepid explorer. Alright, that's a wrap for our grand adventure around the island of Kauai. We separated this into 4 parts to give us the opportunity to take on all 6 moku. And if you've noticed, I've been counting on my fingers. That's because I'm a Marine, and that's how I do all my math. We managed to complete all the challenge requirements we were searching for and finish off right here in Grand Waimea Canyon. And what an awesome view to finish off our trip with. I hope you guys have enjoyed exploring the island of Kauai with us, and as always, I can't wait to show you what we have coming up next. Until then, make sure to like this video, subscribe, stay tuned for updates, and we'll see you out on the trails.